this team?
Yeah.
That suit?
Yeah.
This arena?
Yeah. This arena, this suit for this team.
Good, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. Welcome, everyone. A bit more excitement in the air tonight as this matchup is the first game of the in-season tournament. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Well, here we are, Greg, in game one of the in-season tournament. Both teams eager to not only pick up a regular season win, but also take their first win in 4 games in the initial group round.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the tournament evolves, right? I'll be curious how that extra edge of intensity may be involved in tonight's game.
So the New York starting 5. Randall will step in at the 4 with Robinson as the center. Mr. Clutch out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Picked by Randall. A 3 ball. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to Toronto. Baseline try, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's defended by Connaughton. Here's Mr. Clutch. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. He had 37 points last game out. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The dish to Lopez. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Absolute heartbreak, Clark, for the Bucks last year in the postseason.
You're right, Kevin. It was a shocker to see the Bucks go down in the first round as the 1 seed. And Miami really handled them, too. Knocked them out of there in 5 games. The Heat played with a lot of energy, got contributions from a lot of different players, and key defensive stops with a balanced attack did Milwaukee in. Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Middleton for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Randall a screen on Lillard. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Lillard. Clock at 6. Randall a screen on Lillard. Here's Mr. Clutch. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Giannis. He had 35 points last game out. Lopez, no luck.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Randall a screen on Middleton. Here's Mr. Clutch. Nails the wide open jump shot. Mr. Clutch has got 14 points for the game.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Right wing. And the wide open shot from Connaughton. No good again that time. New York leading by 14. Anunoby passes to Mr. Clutch. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 16.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
A different look for Milwaukee. Malik Beasley comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Pat Connaughton. And the Knicks making a change here as well. McBride's checked in. Now here's Lopez. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Toronto. That's a 2 from Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And the defense knew they messed up there. Can't allow Dame to get his feet set.
And when you talk about Giannis's defense, he really has some unique attributes.
Boy, does he ever, Greg. I mean, you think about his length, his athleticism, his agility. He's a guy who can defend the ball and the screener almost at the same time because of that great length. So offenses sometimes go away from him in the pick and roll, which allows him to kind of play free safety on that back line as a rim protector.
Now here's Lillard. After the miss from Mr. Clutch. Pulls up from the corner. The shot's good from Lopez.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Mr. Clutch. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And Lillard kicks to Beasley. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Now Giannis. Nothing on the board. That three off the mark. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Lillard. He gets that one. And that's now 20 points for Mr. Clutch.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Lillard. And again for three.
And he's hit thousands of threes in this league.
Inching closer and closer to fifth place on the career triples list. Randall a screen on Beverly. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Knicks good for two.
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake. You one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
And so it's the New York Knicks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball. He's checked in for Milwaukee. And New York looking at who they've got. Jalen Brunson out there with Mr. Clutch. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hart in at the center, locking down the middle. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or two should get them where they want to go.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Portis, the pass to Middleton. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Middleton's got 8 here in the quarter. New York leading by 13. Tries the spin move. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent.
Close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Well, look here now at New York. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as...
Well, coming back to the game of the night, the Bucks find themselves in a close one.
They're giving up too many threes. Got to extend their defense.
Thanks for spending half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Middleton and Giannis slot in at the small and power forward. Damian Lillard out there with Pat Connaughton. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's defended by Connaughton. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And here's the fast break. Here's Middleton. And Anunoby sends it back. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Middleton is a huge part of the Bucks' offensive attack. Giannis says we need him to be aggressive, taking over games. And asked whether down the stretch he needed to be the one to take over, Giannis says, nah, I trust this guy to death. If he wants the ball, he gets it. Simple as that. Kevin?
You're so right, David. The trust factor is definitely there. Hey, thanks for the report. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks trail by 5. Well, LeBron, Curry, and KD, Kevin Durant, are still great players. We know that, Clark. But as they age, who do you think is now the face of the NBA?
Well, it's hard not to talk about Giannis in that regard. I mean, his overall game is spectacular. His personality is terrific. Jokic is in the category, but I would think it would be Giannis. I mean, if you made me pick one guy as the face of the league in totality, performance on the court, MVP level player, personality, disposition, all of the ingredients, I'm going Giannis.
Middleton against Anunoby. And Middleton kicks to Connaughton. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 6 rebounds in the game. Randle, a screen on Connaughton. Goes up on the high post, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Brunson against Lillard. No block shot on the way. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
We know they like having Brunson out there, Greg, a player they can run the entire offense through.
No doubt. And he can be trusted on to take the keys and just run things effectively. He keeps mistakes to a minimum, and he's a solid creator for his teammates.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Damian Lillard 3rd, and of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Randle, a screen on Connaughton. Here's Mr. Clutch. Tries again, and it's Randle getting it to go. Randle's got 11 points.
Randle really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels at crashing the glass.
Here's Connaughton. That one a little long.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 14. Knocks it loose. Launches it from deep. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Trying his luck from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randle passes to Mr. Clutch. Some nice passing by New York here. Spins. And again, it's New York.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Lillard scanning the floor. Antetokounmpo finds Connaughton. Now Giannis. To halt the run. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Robinson a screen on Lillard. Here's Mr. Clutch. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mr. Clutch has got 40. Points.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the Bucks making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Timeout called the Bucks.
Please give a big round of applause for your Bucks.
Some changes. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Connaughton kicks to Portis. A shot by Lillard, wide open. And the Bucks miss again. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. It's an 18-point game, setting the floor for the Knicks. Josh Hart out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Mr. Clutch. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the center position. Lopez a screen on Brunson. And now the Knicks on the break. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the opening floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Count it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Beverly.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his 5th foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Damian Lillard. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Giannis outside to stop the run. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And Brunson comes to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And recently, the NBA, Clark adding names to major awards. It's a nice gesture, don't you think, from the league to the past legends?
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. And really hard to argue with their choices for naming those awards after. It's a way to connect the past to the present and honor and pay homage to some of the greats in the history of the game. I like everything about it.
Connaughton, offensive rebound. Lopez with the bucket.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Knicks.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Back to Robinson. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. Shot clock at 5. Robinson sets a screen for Randle. Off target from outside. The Bucks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net.
Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here
for New York.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most
will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Clutch.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Brunson finds Robinson. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good, another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've ever seen better three-point shooting than what we're witnessing here tonight.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. Middleton on the wing, lets the 3 fly, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Boy, that is a real weapon in Middleton's arsenal. I mean, when you hit a 3 on him, he wants that sweet revenge, and he's coming back at you.
Brunson the pass to Mr. Clutch. Driving in, and got it! Another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember, and approaching some history to boot. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And Greg on top of the regular season tally and the win count. They earn their first win out of 4 in-season tournament group games.
Giving their fans just one more reason to get excited here early on this season. Congrats.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.